The 2025 Formula One season comes down to a single night. Under the glowing floodlights of Abu Dhabi's Yas Marina circuit, the championship will finally be decided. After 9 months, 23 races, thousands of laps, and countless storylines, 3 drivers arrive with a mathematical shot at glory. Lando Norris leads the standings with 408 points. Max Verstappen sits just 12 points behind on 396. Oscar Piastri follows at 392, 16 points off the lead. It's the closest three-way finale in years, but if we're being honest, only 2 drivers are truly in control of their fate. Piastri needs a perfect storm. Victory for himself and major disasters for both Norris and Verstappen. Possible, sure, but extremely unlikely. The real battle is the one the world will be watching. Norris versus Verstappen. The young McLaren star chasing his first world title, and the 3-time champion fighting back from what once looked like an impossible deficit. Back in August, Verstappen was 104 points behind Piastri. Everyone thought his season was finished. Red Bull wasn't competitive, McLaren was dominating, and Verstappen looked set for his worst year since 2016. And yet, race by race, point by point, he clawed his way back into contention. Now the Dutchman is just one strong weekend away from completing one of the greatest comebacks in modern Formula One history. The Yas Marina circuit will decide it. The 5.281-kilometer track, with its 16 corners and dramatic harbor backdrop, was redesigned 4 years ago to make racing faster, smoother, and more aggressive. The changes worked. The new layout encourages bolder overtakes and closer racing, especially on the 1.2-kilometer backstraight between turns 5 and 6, the prime hunting ground for passes and the place where title hopes could rise or collapse in a heartbeat. The circuit challenges teams in every way. High-speed sweepers test aerodynamic efficiency. Slow corners demand mechanical grip and traction. The braking zone into turns 10, 11, and 12 is brutal, loading the tires and stressing the suspension as drivers slam on the brakes from over 300 kilometers per hour. The final sector is a test of patience and precision. Traction is everything, and mistakes are punished instantly. The track surface, made using aggregate imported from England, offers medium grip and moderate abrasion. This year, sections from turn 1 to turn 4 were resurfaced to smooth out bumps, adding yet another variable for teams to interpret. And because it's a night race, temperatures drop rapidly between qualifying and the Grand Prix. Grip levels change, tire behavior shifts. Data from Friday and Saturday becomes less reliable as Sunday's conditions cool. Pirelli brings the softest compounds, C3, C4, and C5. Degradation here is mainly thermal, with the rear tires suffering the most thanks to repeated traction zones in the final sector. Historically, this is a one-stop race. Last year, 19 of the 20 drivers started on the medium tire, with Lewis Hamilton the only one choosing the hard. Almost everyone switched to the hard for the second stint. Only Fernando Alonso ran a successful 2-stop strategy inside the top 10. But strategy is where championships are won or lost. McLaren learned that the hard way in Qatar. They were the only team not to pit under the early safety car. That single decision cost Oscar Piastri a victory he had earned through sheer dominance all weekend. Meanwhile, Red Bull reacted instantly, pitting Verstappen and setting him up for a win. That one moment tightened the championship dramatically. If Abu Dhabi features a safety car, the memory of Qatar will be haunting McLaren's pit wall. So the big question, who really has the advantage? On pure pace, McLaren has been the class of the field. They dominated the Constructors' Championship so convincingly that they clinched the title 6 races early in Singapore. Both Norris and Piastri have 7 wins each. Their car thrives on high downforce circuits and tracks that reward cornering stability. Abu Dhabi fits that profile almost perfectly. But speed isn't everything. Pressure exposes weaknesses, and recent weeks have revealed cracks. In Las Vegas, both McLarens were disqualified for excessive skid block wear, costing the team 30 points. In Qatar, strategy mistakes cost them another victory. 2 costly errors in 2 consecutive weekends have transformed Norris's once comfortable championship lead into a narrow 12-point margin. For McLaren, This is unfamiliar territory. Their last real championship fight was in 2008 when Lewis Hamilton won his first title. Most members of today's McLaren team have never experienced the intensity of a title decider. Team principal Andrea Stella has worked with legends like Michael Schumacher, Kimi Raikkonen, and Fernando Alonso, but the organization around him is still learning how to operate under this level of pressure. Red Bull, however, is built for this moment. They've won 4 straight drivers' titles. They know how to handle pressure, how to execute flawlessly, and how to make the right decisions when everything is on the line. And perhaps most importantly, they have nothing to lose. Nobody expected Verstappen to be fighting for the title this late in the season. Yet here he is, dragging his team into contention almost single-handedly. Verstappen has scored 92% of Red Bull's points this season. Yuki Tsunoda has struggled in comparison, offering little support in the fight. Red Bull has already confirmed Tsunoda will not be retained for next year. This has been Verstappen versus the world, and somehow he's still in it. Mercedes won't fight for the title, but they could influence it. George Russell has won twice this season, and if he qualifies well, he could become a decisive factor. A Mercedes between Norris and Verstappen in the early laps could reshape the entire strategic picture. Track characteristics point slightly toward McLaren's strengths. The flowing, medium-speed layout plays into the MCL60's stability and balance. Red Bull tends to shine on extreme high-speed circuits like Suzuka, Jeddah, or Imola. Abu Dhabi is a blend, a track that doesn't fully suit either team but gives both opportunities. And when the pressure is highest, Verstappen has proven time and time again that he finds another level. Lando Norris, meanwhile, knows what it feels like to win here. He claimed victory last season at Marina, but this time, the stakes are far higher. Finishing third or above guarantees him the title. But one mistake, one slow pit stop, one unexpected safety car, anything could flip the standings instantly. Tire management will be crucial. Verstappen is known for his ability to extend stints and maintain pace while preserving rubber. Norris has improved massively in that area, but there have been moments where he's pushed too aggressively early on. The final sector at Marina punishes that. In many ways, Abu Dhabi is a circuit of balance, not too extreme in any category, but one that reveals a team's overall competence. It rewards adaptability, composure, and execution. McLaren has the machinery, Red Bull has the experience, and the world is about to find out which factor matters more. After 23 races, the entire championship comes down to 1 hour on Sunday night. One driver will leave Marina as world champion. 2 others will leave wondering what might have been. There is no margin for error, no fallback plan, no second chance. Everything will be decided in Abu Dhabi. Who do you think takes the 2025 Formula One World Championship? Will Lando Norris hold on for his first title? Or will Max Verstappen complete one of the greatest comebacks the sport has ever seen? Drop your predictions in the comments below.